Hello YouTube, this is Shamrocke here. Today I'm going to do something a little new. We're on Season 2 now, Server 9. We're the Argonauts. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to make videos about Immortal Conquest. And instead of showing the entire Immortal Conquest community what's going on in Server 9, I'm going to start over on Global 11, and I'm going to start from the beginning and work my way as far as I can, just to give you guys an idea of what you should work towards and what you should do in Immortal Conquest. So, without further ado, let's get started. I will more than likely edit out all the cutscenes in the beginning, just because it's a lot of just tutorial. Personally, for me, I like to start in Attica. I always start in Attica. Let's go and get my name in there. Oop, that's not right. So, the story behind why I spell Shamrock with an E at the end. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to know, but I'll tell you anyways. When I was younger and I would game, I would name myself Shamrock. Just Shamrock. And then there was one time, I forget which game it was, but I got really into the game. And when I named myself Shamrock, the name was already taken, so I added an E at the end. And then it kind of just stuck, and then I've stayed with it ever since. Alright, let's get this thing loaded. So the first bit's just going to be a lot of tutorials, so I'll more than likely just edit it all out because no one likes watching tutorials, especially those of you who have played Immortal Conquest. Immortal Conquest time and time again. You know, the tutorial is kind of like, oh my god, can this just get over with already? So we'll see if we can edit that out. We got through the little tutorial bit, so now we actually start. So first things first, what I like to do is follow the quest, all the quests. Specifically focused on completing the quests that give you resources in return. So for instance, it says occupy level 1 land 04. So once you occupy 4 level 1 lands, and it'll give you resources in return. Then the other one is build 1 house, and it gives you resources in return. So you automatically want to hop up on those, get those taken care of. So let's build a house. Gonna take a few seconds. Alright, we got the house. So what's next? You can collect taxes. That'll give you some gems and some coins. But here is another thing that I like to do. Instead of immediately completing the tax quest, instead wait until you've completed all the upgrade house quests that give you resources back. The reason why you do this is because the higher level your house is, the more coins you can get. The more coins you get, the more gyro draws you can make. So it's a matter of maximizing your profits, or maximizing the amount of resources and gold you can get at one time. So instead of immediately going in here and hitting collect, just wait until you've upgraded the house a few times, and then collect the taxes. So here's another one. Find other forces. This one, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you just have to find another city. So found that dude, clicked on him. Yep, completed it. So upgrade government hall to level 2. Alright, so let's see what that takes. Government hall. Upgrade, just 1 minute. That's not bad. Okay. Alright, so let's look at these reports here. Yeah, no surprise. Honestly, with level 1 plots, you really don't need to do any conscripting to attack them. And to be honest, I would recommend not conscripting while sending your armies at level 1s. Later on in the game, well, actually, I don't think you would use it season 1, but in season 2, they have a certain method of attacking level or attacking plots called Thea leveling or Thea bombing, as I've also heard it. Basically, you pair another gyro with Thea, and you hit the highest level plot around you. And what it does is it wrecks your troops, but because Thea's skill allows her to attack first, or allows her, I believe it's her and her allies to attack first. So you just basically, you get to at least do a little bit of damage. And by being able to do just a little bit of damage, you get a considerable amount of experience points for doing so. Okay, so we upgraded our government hall. Let's go ahead and send these last 2 level 1 attacks. Alright, so build a storehouse. That'll give us some resources. Build a mill. That'll give us resources. Upgrade house to level 5. That'll give us resources. But see how it's wanting you to upgrade it to level 5, but it's still going to give you resources? That's why you need to wait on that initial tax. The higher level you can get your house first, the better off you are. Okay, upgrade that. Let's build that storehouse. Okay. Another thing that I would strongly suggest. This game is by no means a pay-to-play. And for those of you that can't spend money on the game, absolutely do not feel like you are at a disadvantage. I know plenty of players in my alliance that don't spend a dime, and they're one of our heavy hitters. And what it really comes down to is luck of the draw and just really reading and understanding the types of skills you have and how they work with different gyros. But on the other hand, if you do want to, spend money and help out the developers of the game, the makers of the game, and, kind of be like, hey, this is a nice game. I'm going to, pay it back a little bit. I would suggest spending the $5.99 a month, which what this does is for 30 days, you get 150 gems each day. And this helps astronomically early on with harvesting and extra taxes. So if you were going to spend money and you're not really sure what you want to spend your money on, but you want to kind of get a little bit of an edge, I would suggest spending the $5.99 a month. All right, let's see where we're at now. So we've already upgraded that, so let's upgrade this house again. And then I believe it said to build a lumber mill, so we'll go ahead and knock that out as well. All right, just to take a look around, I started the on server, or global server 11, I started a day late, so I kind of want to see what it is I'm up against. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got a couple dudes who are already, or one dude rather, who's already 1,000 influence. We got a couple alliances already up to level 10. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. So it looks like the top guys are in Attica and Ireland. No surprise there, honestly. In most servers I've come across, it always seems like Attica and Ireland are, and honestly, Jotunheim too. They're always one of the top few regions that are ranked. Okay, we got that built. So I need to build an iron mill and a steel camp and upgrade the storehouse to level 2. So let's go ahead and knock out that. Get that iron mill built. As I was saying, you want to really focus on completing quests that give you resources in return. Like, I can't stress that enough. Absolutely do not waste resources on quests that do not give you resources in return. This is vital to growing really fast, really early on. There's a lot of guys that I come across and they're like, damn, Sham, how are you growing so fast? And the real answer is that you have to manage your resources wisely. That means, following these quests and making sure that you're smart about them. You know, it's really what it comes down to. It's not as hard as it seems. All right, so build a steel camp. Let's see, let's knock this out. So let's get that steel camp going. That one's a minute. So it's gonna be a hot second. Let's get the storehouse going. The next level. All right, let's see. Resource production. Reward is okay. So that's a nice little bit of reward. So in order to complete this, I probably need to take another level 1 plot. So that's pretty simple. We'll attack here. We'll send Epitus and Helios. Excuse me. Also, just a few things to kind of point out. Your fame determines the number of territory you have, if that makes any sense. So for every 100 fame you have, you can take another plot of land. Just kind of a little bit of advice for beginners who don't really know what's going on. Let's check out these events. Okay. Purchase to get epic gyro. Purchase. Items for the first purchase during this event, and you can get the epic. For 25. Yeah. Basically, they just want you to spend a lot of money. High order gyro. Yeah, that's another thing I need to complete. Alliance siege. Yada yada yada. Okay, so we got our steel camp built. Let's get that speed camp going. Okay, let's see. How long is that? 2 minutes? That's not bad. We'll get that going. Alrighty. Alright, what else do we have? Yeah, it's really just, now it's kind of like a weight game. Yeah, see, I took it. Now, granted, I've noticed with this quest in particular, you don't necessarily have to get the full 350 of each resource, but it still gives it to you, which is kind of weird, but hey, I'm not going to complain about free resources. So occupy level 2 land. All right, so it looks like we have a level 2 wood and food. Okay. That shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Who do we have still back? Kate. Yeah, okay. Also, another neat thing to keep in mind, when you first start, the first 48 hours is crucial in the growth of your gyros. And what I mean by that is, in the first 48 hours, your gyros, they only spend 10 stamina every time they attack a land. Typically it's 20. So to maxed out, your gyro, each gyro has 200 stamina. So you think about that. That's in the first 48 hours, that gives you 20 plots to attack at. After that, it's just 10 plots. And I believe you get 10 stamina per hour. So you kind of do the math. If you don't play your cards right, you can really, really be sucking it early on in the game if you're not smart and like really on top of it. Okay, we're going to send Epitus back over there. Oops, sorry, guys. Alright. Oh, look at that. We got our house upgraded. So let's collect that resource. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. Upgrade lumber mill. Upgrade iron mill. Upgrade storehouse. Upgrade. Let's get this government hall upgraded. You know, and also just kind of a heads up. It doesn't matter in which order you complete the quest. Just make sure, you know, you find one, you pick one, you complete it, then you move on to the next. You know, there's been times where I've made the mistake of trying to build a bunch of things all at once, and it really screws you over because you end up using all your resources and then you can't collect the quest until you've built up a bit. So make sure you're smart about that. Also, so I just expanded my city there, and every time you expand your city, it increases your taxes by 10%. So that's another quest you want to complete before you do your initial taxation. Sorry, I went to a German sausage house tonight for dinner, so there's a lot of like gas and stuff going through my system. So if you guys are wondering, like, damn, Sham, you're burping a lot, that's what it is. All right, do convert skills to experience. I think convert extra guy. Okay, so what that basically means is you go down here to skills, and this little crazy button, green button there, you click it, and then once it loads, you got to take one of your friendly little gyros here, and you basically sacrifice them at the altar to get ahead. You get a few points, and yeah, just fun stuff. All right. Let's see what we got here. So I need to build a mill. So let's get that built. Let's also start building our storehouse too. That mill's going 2 minutes, man. That's gonna be rough. All right, so what do we got here? Foundation, occupy level 2 lands, 4 of them. Use militia. Use militia to instantly replenish. Well, they gave me some resources. Hell yeah, I'll take it. Some free resources, man. So we got 1,000 militia to work with. Let's just get these bad boys maxed out. And then these guys will be definitely well on their way to taking level 2s. Let's see, what other level 2s? So another thing you want to watch is you really want to evenly spread your resource income. Maybe early on, kind of make it a little stone heavy if you can, just because everything requires stone to be built. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this level 2 stone plot. Hey, sorry about that. I had a little bit of a problem with my recorder, the application I was using. So sorry about that skip. So basically, in between that skip, what I did, without realizing it skipped, I got everything upgraded to about as high as you can get it, I upgraded everything as high as you can, following the quests that give you resources back. So under construction, none of these will give me resources back. So it's finally time that I will hit collect on taxes, and I get 7,150. So go ahead and collect my tax. Sweet. And now, one of the things I want to hit on, just because I know there's a few people out there who don't really understand how skills work and how to get skills and whatnot. So we're going to start with dismantle 1 skill. So let's go to gyros. Sorry. Let's click on Epimetheus. Actually, first off, in order to research a new skill, you need gyros to research. Actually, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert skills. What that does is anything uncommon, common and uncommon cards will automatically be changed into skill points. So all that I'm left with is 3 stars and above. I really need to pull a 3-star. Okay, so we got Seto. Man, I am just having no luck today. Usually 3 stars aren't hard to pull, but I guess now they are. Okay, there's 9. There, we got a couple. Got one more. Another one? Nope. Okay, so back to what I was saying, in order to research a new skill, you need dismantle. And to start out with, I would click just a 3-star you don't plan on using. This will attack itself for 2 turns. I mean, that seems pretty helpful in my opinion. So let's go ahead and research that. Confirm. Now, we don't have the gyro to do it, so we're just going to leave it open like that. But that does complete our quest. Oh, look at that. I got that one too. Oh, and that one. Alright, so now dismantle 1 skill. Increase research degree of 1 skill by 100%. I guess I've done that. I don't remember doing that. Upgrade any skill to level 3. Other things, skills. So let's go into here. Let's go under this army. So a lot of people don't understand how skills work. So I am going to kind of give you a quick rundown of how to match skills up with gyros. So first glance at Helios, you'll see that spirit, so really when you're looking at skills, for the most part you're looking at what is their attack and what is their spirit at. So if you look at Helios, his attack or his spirit is at 85 and his attack is 79. So it'd be safe to say, really an attack or a spirit skill would work on him. But just because his spirit is 85, let's go ahead and put a spirit-based skill on him. So click there. If you look at Star Wrath, you read under it says launches a spirit attack against a single enemy target, damage rate 43.5% affected by spirit. So you want to put this skill on gyros who have higher spirit than they do attack. So go ahead and have him learn that. And then on Ippitus, same thing. 85, 88, really, it could go either way if you want to put spirit or attack on him. So if you look at Assault, it has a 25% launch rate, so it's kind of like, do I want to use it? Probably not. Star Wrath has a range of 4. It procs at 45%. It does 6.5% less damage, but it's 6.5% less damage that it does based on the spirit. But the spirit here is 3 points higher, and it has a higher chance of hitting in general. So in reality, Star Wrath, in my opinion, is a better skill to have. So now he has those skills on him. Let's go ahead and upgrade both of them to level 3, just so they do some more a little more damage. Same with Gia. Let's get his up there. 2, 3. Something I've noticed about this, the newer servers, is that the gyros, their skills are, like when you draw them, their skills are already at level 5 or level 3, depending on what type of class they have. If they're legendary, their skills start at 5. If they're epics, their skill starts at 3. And then anything less, it starts at 1. Which is really weird for me, just because, older generation of IC, I guess, we're used to being a little harder, walking up both hills, or hills, walking up hills both ways, all that jazz. But let's keep on attacking here. I believe that's all I really wanted to hit on this this first part of the video series I wanted to do. Actually, it looks like I can upgrade drill ground to level 3. I didn't know about that. Didn't know that give you resources. I wonder if that's new. That I learn something new every day. Let's get that insta finish. Get all those resources. So, also, you know what? I think I'm gonna apply for an alliance. So, I don't think it's really smart to try to make my own alliance at this point, just because I waited too long, and there is a very much overpowering alliance already in Attica. Foad. Oh, that's what it means. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get in with Foad. Maybe Legion. Who knows? Let's see what these guys are about. Nope, not a whole lot, I guess. But yeah, we'll try to hop in an alliance at some point. Alright, yeah, that wraps up this video. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment below, and if you liked the video, like the video, whichever. What all those YouTubers say, I'm not too hip on it, I guess you could say. This is actually my first YouTube video that I've posted, so try to be a little easy on me. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, I've got a Line account, Line, Line. My Line ID is Shamrocke, how it's spelled in game. If you guys have any questions about Immortal Conquest, I'm more than willing to answer. I like helping people in general about this game. This game is something I'm very passionate about and I really like. But enough of that. I'm sure you guys would like to get on to your next video.